Hey, so I'm Jenna Wood. This is my second semester at Sam Houston State, and I'm really excited to be in this class. So, our number one question is, what is our passion? And my passion is actually education. I have been PTA president twice at two different schools. I have served on school community councils at four different schools and on a district community council, which is appointed rather than elected position. And when I began doing all of that, I was there to advocate for my children. And in the process, I learned that I really want to advocate for all children. And so that's something that I'm very passionate about. I love sociology of education, and and so I'm trying to take all the courses that I can that would help me be able to do research on that. Sociology of the family, community, anything that involves race and gender would all be critical to be able to understand all of those components of sociology of education. So that's question number one, my passion. Um, Question number two, what do I think of when I think of family? I first think of my own family. My husband and I have been married for 20 years. We have five children. I have a daughter who's a college freshman this year. Our next child is a son who's a junior in high school. And then we have another son who's a sophomore in high school. And then I've got two still at elementary school, a daughter who's a sixth grader, and then my baby, he's 10. And that's my crew, two girls, three boys. And and everything that I've done in my life, I think, is around them because of them, and so that's really what I think of when I think of family. And then secondarily, I think of more extended family. I think of my nuclear family that I grew up in. I have two sisters, an older sister and a younger sister. My parents live close and are doing great, and I think of them often. My husband's family, his parents live in our same city here in Utah, and he is the fifth of seven kids. His older four siblings are all brothers, so they're five boys in a row, and he's brother number five. And then he has two younger sisters, um, and and between all seven of the kids, there are 34 grandkids. So my kids have 29 cousins on that side of the family. And I think about that. And I also think about family that stretches back. My grandmother passed away this summer, my mom's mom. And I knew actually many of my great grandparents. I'm very close with all of my grandparents. And so I think about families, I think in kind of an eternal or a perpetual um, perspective that, without beginning and without end. That's family. Um, and then finally, the silly question. I picked the very first one. If I chose between being a deep sea diver or an astronaut, I am really terrified of heights and confined spaces. So, an astronaut is not the one for me. Um, Four of my five kids swim competitively. I swam a little when I was a teenager and have kind of gotten back into it actually. This last year, it's kind of if you can't beat them, join them. And um, so I think that getting certified as a diver and doing, any kind of diving, including deep sea diving, would be really, really cool and really fun. And, the opposite of being an astronaut, not confining and no heights and just kind of bobbing around in the water. That's, I think, really fun.